so honored to introduce the amazing speaker, number 2 sales director at this Ruby seminar. This sales director has achieved 6 appearances in the unit circle, her highest ever this year in the $1 million club. She has been a member of the Queen's Court of Personal Sales 7 times, say 7. She is a 4-time double star achiever and has earned 2 top sales director trips, both of them prestige. Her highest monthly commission check is over $23,000. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome independent senior sales director, Diane Lundgren.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, has this been the most amazing 3.5 days? Oh, yes, thank you, Mary Kay, for an amazing seminar. And to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, thank you for having bigger plans than I ever imagined possible, and for doing immeasurably more than I could have hoped or imagined, not only in Mary Kay, but in my life. I am so grateful to be representing the number 2 unit in the Ruby seminar, my $1 million unit. Woo! Every single one of you has made an impact to our team. I hope you know that. And together, we did it, right? We had a motto that together we are better. You are remarkable women. You are women with go-give hearts. And your true love and support for each other has been so evident. You have pushed through the hard. And I really appreciate you being all in to this $1 million dream. And you've been all in to Nathan Moore's New Faces Challenge. I respect you that every single month you ran to the finish line. And we've learned how to do that. You are amazing team players. And I really want to thank you for being all into this $1 million dream. And wasn't that fun to be on stage earlier? Ah! Your personal victories have impacted our $1 million victory. And that is why I am standing here representing you as the number 2 unit. Give yourselves a big hand. And to Steve, my incredible husband, my very, very best friend. Thank you, Steve, for your love and support. This $1 million year would not have happened without you. We have so much fun together, and last year, yes, after 35 years, I took my man on the top director trip to Venice and Rome. And Steve, you would agree that was pretty incredible, and we're gonna go again, yes! And 22 years ago, God blessed me with Steve and Caitlin and Haley. You'll hear more later, but my man loves history, and he's taught me to love history. And I was able to surprise him this past April on his birthday. I want you to know I surprised him the night before we flew to Paris, France. And we had a bucket list experience, didn't we, Steve? And we stood on Omaha and Utah beaches on his birthday, April 26th, right in the middle of our $1 million finish. Such a dream come true. Thank you, Mary Kay, for the earnings and bonuses to be able to surprise him and have the flexibility to work hard and play hard. And we left for 8 days, not a lot of internet, and I didn't have to ask anyone for permission. Steve and I also had the freedom this spring to spend 12 days in Denver, Colorado, with our daughter and her husband waiting on little granddaughter Sutton Avery to be born, and then spend time helping them. That is such a gift. And Steve and I love being Grammy and Pop Pop. Does anybody here in this room want more freedom and flexibility? Yes? So, the choices you make today are going to impact your future. The choices you make today are going to impact your future. So, I have a question for you. Are you willing to be stretched and then do the activity of putting Mary Kay on new faces? Yes? Because faces will take you places to freedom, choices, fun, flexibility, star consultant status, free cars, maybe a DIQ position, pink Cadillacs, and how about that world travel? What do you think about Argentina? Woo! But most of all, the choices to live out your dreams, whatever that is for you. So let me just take you back a little bit, 36 years ago, when Mary Kay found me. I was 22, I was a newlywed, and I had just graduated from Texas A&M. Oh, I'm so glad I got a whoop, yes. And I have a degree in physical education, health, and biology. So here's a few highlights from back in the day. I wore mascara and lip gloss. I worked full-time, and I taught dance 9 hours a week. There were no success meetings in Bryan College Station. My director lived 5 hours away. No internet and no Mary Kay in touch. My first party was $10. Oh, yes. And I want you to know that it took me 3 months to sell $100 to a group of people. Now, do I sound like a rock star? No. But here's my great lesson for all of you in this room that maybe aren't where you want to be. Never give up. Can you say that with me? Never give up. Because it does not matter where you've been, it matters where you're going. So just do not quit. And put Mary Kay on faces. I promise it fixes everything. Because don't you always feel good? And I want you to know I am living proof. I really am. Now, I did become a director in 10 months, and here's how I did it. I trusted my director, and I just did what she said. I really didn't know any different. Really wasn't a makeup person. Still probably am not. I loved having my makeup done. That was a highlight. Don't I look good? I mean, this is good. Yes. So I just want to encourage consultants in the room. Do not reinvent the wheel, but instead be coachable and be willing to learn. Everyone say coachable. I have been willing to be coachable and learn to grow from people that are where you want to be. So back then, a couple years later, I had 2 little children. My family grew. Our son Ryan, 19 months later, our daughter Lindsay was born. My Mary Kay team grew. We went on to earn that pink Cadillac. In fact, this is so fun, Cindy. We were pink Cadillac directors together. It was Cindy, Shirley Oppenheimer, and myself. I loved it. Okay, they always knew which car was mine. It had 2 baby car seats. So I had a busy life. My husband worked long hours. He's very successful. Children, I really was raising my children on my own, but I found help. You know, you have to learn to be a find a way, make a way person, okay? So everybody say that. Find a way, make a way. You got to figure it out. Go over, under, around, or through, whatever it takes. So he was super busy, successful. I had 2 wonderful children. We lived in a beautiful home with a pool in the backyard, very active in our church. But on the inside, I was very lonely. And I was really a sad, sad person. And I learned of infidelity and tried to hang in there for many years with counseling and went through a very painful divorce. But my Mary Kay sisterhood held me together and my church family. Never in a million years did I think I would be a single mom, nor did I want to be. So that transitioned into being a single mom. Life changed a little bit. People would say, are you going to get a job? I'd say, no, I have one. It's a great job. And life changed. We went from the pink Cadillac to the Premier Club to the Grand Achiever. But I want you to know that that Grand Achiever car that I earned when I was a single mom was the most significant because I chose to be victorious. Right, Cindy? Yes. And not a victim, but you're going to be victorious. So you guys, the challenge for you is, what are you going to choose? Are you going to choose victory or victim? I think let's choose be victorious and never, ever give up. And I truly never thought that I would trust again and get remarried, but God had other plans. And he blessed me by bringing Steve and Caitlin and Haley into my life. Sadly, Steve's first wife had died, and he was raising 2 little girls. And after we got married, I was blessed to adopt Caitlin and Haley as my own. Yes. And I always wanted more children, and anybody who knew me knew that. Several years before I met Steve, I had a very difficult miscarriage. And after I met Steve, we realized that his youngest daughter, Haley, who was born in September 1992, was the exact year and month of the baby I had lost would have been born. What a gift. And I'm excited to share with you that my daughter Haley is now 24 and is sitting as a brand new beauty consultant in my $1 million unit, and she will be one of my offspring directors. Thank you, Haley. Even when she was on the world race last year, when we were going for the prestige trip, and she was in 11 different countries in 11 months on the world race, she would call and be asking me, even knowing that when we earned the prestige trip, we would not be able to fly to Indonesia and be on the parent portion of the trip. And she wanted us to go on our first top director trip, and she knew how much that meant to me. So Haley, you have no idea how much your encouragement mattered. She even ran into a lady on the bus. I'm not even sure what country, Haley, but she friended me, and she took a picture of a Mary Kay beauty consultant over in Indonesia. I mean, what a gift. Haley, I am so proud of you. And you want to hear what's so neat? God is so cool. Haley lives in Colorado Springs and now attends meetings with this unit sitting right here with Candace Doverspite and her amazing team. Thank you for welcoming Haley to your team. She even rode here with her team members. So, and where did Candace and I meet? We met in Venice on the top director trip. The rich friendships. I love how God works. And I believe my children and now my grandchildren are being impacted by Grammy's Mary Kay business. Learning how to live with a positive attitude. My children grew up with that, now my grandchildren. Trusting in God, believing that they can do anything. So much in life is caught and not taught. Today, I'm excited that all my grown adult children support and encourage my team. My family brings, together, they just support me in so many special ways. My daughter Lindsay designs a birthday card we send out. Sarah does graphics. Ryan tracks my numbers. And man, we were tracking it, you guys. We were going for top 10 in the nation and millions. So, and my family has even been known to do live Facebook videos on our Facebook page. So the best surprise was at Christmas. How many of you would just love for your family to be on board? So I would challenge you to enroll your family in your dreams, because when you enroll them and they're part of the journey, it's so rewarding. This Christmas, I come out of the bathroom, they surprised me. They designed shirts that said, "We believe in the Dream Believers, #$1 million unit." And they had them on. So the love and support of my family is my why. And I had a huge shift 4 years ago. Just 4 years ago at the 50th anniversary, my good friend, Alicia Adkins, who's sitting over there with my team, she drove in early she's a Sapphire National Sales Director, and I saw her debut at the 50th anniversary, and that day I caught the vision of growing my business again and becoming an NSD. Alicia, thank you for breathing belief into me. And we've known each other a long time. We were in National Sales Director Emeritus Winnie Lou Ferguson's area. And thank you, Alicia, for leading the way and stepping out in faith to lead your future area. Your dream helped me believe that my dreams were possible. So I want to ask you, whose dream is tied to your dream? You have no idea who's watching you and who's impacting. It could be another Mary Kay consultant, but what if it was your children? What if it was your grandchildren? What if it was a coworker at work? Or maybe just a neighbor down the street? You may be that encouragement that someone else needs. So 4 years ago, I made a decision. I wanted to represent Mary Kay with excellence, and I wanted to help other women live out their dreams and grow into their God-given abilities. And we're having fun doing it, aren't we, ladies? And I also wanted to be driving I was driving an Equinox, I wanted to drive a pink Cadillac, and I wanted to take my man on a top director trip. So here's what my prayer is. I pray I can give you hope. I pray that you will have a shift. Mary Kay Ash said, what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So I reached up to Senior National Sales Director Alicia Atkins. Thank you, Alicia, for always encouraging me. Senior National Sales Director Cindy Williams and $1 Million Sales Director Susan Moore for your wisdom and guidance. Thank you, Susan, for always letting me shadow you and learn from you. Thank you, Alicia, for your love and support, and Cindy for always welcoming me to your events and to your area, and how all the Williams area has loved me well. Your friendship means the world to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And Susan Moore, you have represented us this last year as the #1 director in the nation so well. You are a woman of excellence, and I have learned so much from you. And guess what? What did these ladies say to me? What did Alicia, Cindy, Susan? They kind of laughed. They go, Diane, just go put Mary Kay on Faces, do parties. So that is what I did 4 years ago to jumpstart my business. I put Mary Kay on Faces. And I'm here to tell you that women's lives has been changed and families have been impacted. And some of those lives are sitting right over there. Faces have truly taken us places. And did I mention that during this shift of my brain of thinking bigger, believing bigger, that we moved to Prescott, Arizona, where I really didn't know anyone. And I had to rebuild a local business and network a new area, and that really was a little scary. So this $1 Million Dream Year is a dream come true for me. We have had so much fun, laughter, some tears, challenges. I have grown, and we've celebrated lots and lots of victories. I would say these past 4 years, the Lord has whittled and shaped me and grown me, and I have grown in my faith. So here's what you need to do. You ready? Book, sell, book, recruit. Can we say that? It's kind of like a rhyme. Ready? Book, sell, book, recruit. Again, book, sell, book, recruit. Can you do that? Absolutely. The strategy behind Mary Kay is really not complicated. What is the key? Believing that you can do this, and then maybe putting yourself out there. I'm just going to be honest and share with you that I've had to work through a lot of feelings of fear and inadequacy. Like when we moved to Arizona 3.5 years ago, and I was putting out lead boxes, networking, and I didn't even know what a beauty bar was. I'd kind of been out of the loop for a little while, and I just really, can I say I was uncomfortable. And sometimes as a $1 Million director, I occasionally struggle with not feeling worthy. But I am thankful that the Lord is growing me, and I have become more confident. But in these times, I've held on to the words of Isaiah 12:2. I will trust and not be afraid. The Lord is my strength and song. And here's what I say. I literally say this. I've been saying this out loud for the last 4 years in my journey of growing my business again. Here's what I say. I am worthy. I am enough. I have level 10 confidence. And I want you all to know that you are enough. So will you say after me, I am worthy. I am enough. Say it again, I am worthy. I am enough. And when you don't feel that way, I want you to say it, because your subconscious believes whatever you say. This $1 Million year has been about overcoming fear and walking in faith and choosing to do the work of putting Mary Kay on Faces and working full circle and doing those career chats. We have been bold and brave, and sometimes, at times when we're afraid, 2 Timothy 1:7, for God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and love. My consultants have been bold and brave, and you guys have grown. So I have a question. Are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to be bold and brave? Because I am living proof that when you keep doing the activity, the results will come. You may not be comfortable facing your fears and insecurities, but I want to tell you to be bold and brave. And if you step out and pursue what God has for you, it's amazing what things will happen. So trusting God and going after your dreams will change your life. God has done those things in the last 4 years, and he'll do the same for you. I hope you know that. So, are you willing to grow and be uncomfortable? Are you? Yes? So I pray today that this seminar is your shift, and I pray that you will begin to boldly pursue the dreams in your heart because you are worthy and you are enough. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a standing ovation to your #2 Sales Director, Independent Senior Sales Director, Diane Lundgren.